Today we are going to discuss unit number first and second in grammar, English grammar, class 6. First unit is sentence, subject and predicate, and then second one is phrase and clauses. Okay, the first we are going to discuss what is sentence. Okay, now look at these two examples, so you will understand the changes that have been done in these two one. Okay, now look at this one. Ask Ravi question of Mr. Jones. Books from we the library borrow. Okay, now when we are looking at this kind of, I mean to say, we cannot say the above written words are only words. Okay, they don't have their own sense. Okay, so what is our purpose? To whom that we are calling sentence? Then now the sentence, that is the words which are kept in a proper order. Okay, kept in a proper order, that they are also creating what a proper sense, so they also known as sentences. Now look at this one. The above examples are the group of the words but do not make any sense. Now if we are looking at this two examples, so you will get here that these are only group of words. Okay, they are not creating any such a type of any such type of. Now look at this example. It is only a group of words, they are not creating any sense, so that what we can call them? The jumbled words. Okay, now these are the jumbled word, so we cannot call it sentence. Okay, so we cannot call this, so whom then we can call sentence? Now look at this another example. Ravi asked Mr. Jones a question and we borrow books from the library. Now now look, when we are looking at this example, then we can understand. Now here is a person Ravi. Okay, and Ravi who is asking the question to whom? Mr. Jones. Okay, so now it has a proper sense. Now it is a creating what the I mean to say the meaningful things that are going on. Okay, so we can say that now this is a sentence. So what is the definition of sentence? Now definition of this sentence is the above examples are in a proper order, they clearly express what we want to say. Now we have already discussed this. Such a group of words that makes a complete sense, it is called a sentence. Now you say क्या कहते हैं? Sentence, that we can call this. Then sentence consisting the so many things. So what is the very important thing that it should be? Now the sentence begins with a capital letter. Okay, now look at here. Now Ravi, I have just underlined on the two letters. Okay, R and V, W. Okay, so we can understand now the initiative letters are in capital one. Okay, now another thing that what we need to understand, sentence takes what full stop at the end. Now look at this one, so you can see over here there is a full stop at the end of the sentence. Okay, now what is the next thing that we are also going to discuss? A sentence also end with the punctuation mark, such as. Okay, now it is also taking the punctuation mark, such as we can say a question mark. Now we can, as we knew that whenever we are asking the question, at that time we are putting the such kind of punctuation mark that it suggests the question, so that is why the question mark. Okay, now there is a exclamatory mark again. Now look at over here, exclamatory mark. Okay, exclamatory mark it. Okay, now this kind of things means thing, I mean to say punctuation mark suggest the what kind of sentence is. Okay, now look at this one. What is your name? So we are putting what here? Question mark, and then at the end of over here exclamatory mark. Okay, so you can understand easily. Now kinds of sentences. The sentences are of four types. Okay, there are four type of sentences. One is assertive sentence. It is also known as a declarative sentence or statement sentence too. So what is the definition of this one? An assertive sentence declares or state something. Okay, so now look at this example. The children are learning grammar. Now this example suggests here it is a statement sentence, or we can say assertive sentence. An assertive sentence can be either affirmative or that we can say positive or negative. Now there are the two types of sentences. Okay, now positive and negative. Now we can see the once again the similar kind of sentence here. The child are learning grammar. Okay, now it is a positive one. And all that glitters is not gold. Okay, now it is also indicate here negative, because of that we have added here not. Okay, so it is negative one. Now interrogative sentence, now it is also next or another type of sentence. So an interrogative sentence asks a question and end with a question mark. Okay, means we should know, okay, that it is a interrogative sentence. What is interrogative sentence? That it is asking us question. So here is another example. Then, can you lift that box? Okay, now it is a putting what a question mark at the end. And now we can start such type of sentence with the helping verbs. Okay, means here is auxiliary verb. Okay, so an interrogative sentence can be either rhetorical means yes no type question, or ws type question. Now here are the two examples once again. Okay, can you lift this box? Okay, now this is the example of what the rhetorical question. Okay, and now the where do you live? Now where do you live, it is a one type of ws type of question. Now there is a third type of sentence, imperative sentence. What is the imperative sentence? Means that commanding sentence. It is also known as commanding sentence, because why? It is what giving us command, or maybe sometime it is advising us. So that is why it is known as commanding sentence. So you can see over here. Now there is two words that in lies. Okay, command and request. Now look at these examples. An imperative sentence or commanding sentence gives a command or make a request. Now here is an example. Don't make a noise. Okay, now what does it mean? That it is a command. Okay, someone that he is also commanding on us, so it is a commanding. Now commanding sentence always takes the full stop. Okay, and then please switch please switch on the fan. Okay, it is also one of the example. Or please stitch my pant. Okay, it is also example of imperative sentence. Now next one, it is the fourth one, exclamatory sentence. What is the exclamatory sentence suggest here? It shows the what sudden strong feelings and end with the exclamatory mark. Okay, exclamation mark over here. So there is an example. How not it is, sorry, how hot it is today. Hello student, once again we are going to continue phrases and clauses. Okay, chapter number 2. What is phrases then? Okay, now look at these two examples that we have written. Okay, the sun rises in the east and Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Okay, now in these two examples, okay, so we can what we are getting here, that if we are looking at these two examples, okay, then we can understand. Okay, now in the east and on a wall. Okay, now look at this sentence once again. In the east, on the wall, on a wall. So what we are getting over here? So we are also getting over here, it is a group of words. Okay, it is a only group of word. Now see, it is only what a group of word. Okay, so what we can understand over here, it is only group of word. It has a sense. Okay, so what it has a sense, but it is not a complete sense. So what we can call it? Now see, what is the definition then? the words in a red mark, okay, make sense but not complete sense. So what we can call it then? A group of words that make sense but not complete sense is called phrases. Okay, now there are such words in the sentence. Okay, it has what sense, but they are not I mean to say making the word complete sense. So what we can call them? Phrases. Then now what is clause? Now see, now here is also another example, clauses. Okay, see, father turn into the side lane, you play the piano very well. Now look at this example once again. So what we can call it? Clauses. Okay, clause means clauses. Okay, clauses means we can just say here sentences. Now look at over here, father turn and you play. Okay, so you should observe these two examples so you can understand the group of words in a blue. Okay, group of word in a blue. Okay, once again I am going to make it here underline so you can understand quite easily. The group of word in the blue that has a finite verb. Finite word means what? Finite verb, a such type of word that is changing according to person or according to tense. Okay, a finite verb and a subject of its own and makes some sense. Okay, means it is making what? Making its own sense. Okay, father turn. Okay, father turn, it is making what? Its own sense. You play, it is also making here. Now what is the definition of these clauses then? A group of word which form a part of sentence and has a subject and a predicate, it's called a clause. So what to whom that we can call over here? Means a clause should have what? Subject. Okay, now look at over here once again. Now it has a subject, you and father. Okay, and the rest of the rest of the part of sentence is predicate. Okay, so we can understand it quite easily. Now it is the remaining part of the sentence is predicate. Okay, so what is a finite verb? So it is a question that is arising in our mind. So what is finite verb? A finite verb shows the tense. Okay, it is showing the tense, means what type of sentence that it has used turn. Okay, means it is showing here simple past tense. Okay, and you play, it is a simple present tense. Okay, so it changes its form according to the number or person of the subject. Now here father, it is a third person singular. Okay, father is third person singular and you, it is a second person uh, plural pronoun. Okay, so now here so we can understand according to it, it is what? Changing. Finite verb is changing. A clone entertains people. Now subject is singular noun. Look at over here, clone means one type of joker. Okay, now what he is doing here? He is what? Entertaining what? People, but it is in a third person singular. So that is why we have used here suffix yes. Okay, after it. Now look at this another example, clones. Okay, clones means here are the number, it is showing here the numbers of the people. Okay, there are the more than one clone. Okay, so that is why clones entertain the people, means subject, it is plural now. According to it, we have also changed here what I mean to say in finite verb. Okay, now here finite verb takes here s. Okay, es. Okay, so it is showing here that it is the depending on the order, depending on subject. Okay, so now the what is the next one is what is independent or principal clause. Okay, and what is dependent clause? Independent clause. Now look at this example. Now definition is here. Some clauses make a complete sense and can stand independently as a sentence. Such clauses are known as independent or principal clauses. Okay, means they can stand their own, means they are own, means they are liable, that they can make their own or complete sense. Okay, stand to complete their what sense. Now look at over here, mother baked a delicious cake. Okay, it is a complete sentence. Okay, then it is a complete sentence. Now here also in another example, the school is celebrating the annual day. It is also complete sentence. Now what is dependent or subordinate clause? Now such type of sentences, what they are? Some clauses that have a distinct subject and a verb, yet cannot stand independently as sentences. These clauses have to depend on independent clause to make complete sense. Such clause are known as dependent or subordinate clause. Subordinate clauses. Now here we can understand David met Rohan. Now David met Rohan, it is what? It is principal clause. Principal clause means, okay, it is a principal clause. Who was carrying a bat in the playground? Okay, now look at this example. Okay, now who? Okay, who is subject over here? Okay, and now it also have a verb. Okay, verb that we can understand over here. So such type of, okay, now look at this example, who was carrying a bat in the playground. It is what then? It is a subordinary clause. Abhi, okay, Abhi has a beautiful bag which is made of leather. Okay, now it is also example which is made of leather. It is also what? Subordinate clause, means it is depending on what? Principal clause. Okay, so it is, so we can say here that now here is Abhi has a beautiful bag. Okay, beautiful, it is a what? Principal clause. And now which is made of leather, it is what? Subordinate clause. Okay, thank you for watching this video. We will continue. Okay, we will continue the next chapter in the next period. Thank you very much.